So, my dear friends, I welcome you all warmly into the world of success. In today's episode, we are going to understand articles. So, in English language, a, an, or the, they are known as the articles. So, there one interesting thing about the articles is that their presence or absence do not make any difference in the meaning of the sentence. So that is one unique feature of the articles. For example, he is a singer, we can say. He is a singer. In that sentence, if you remove any one of the words, the sentence will not be a meaningful sentence. But in this sentence, the article is the only one. If you remove it also, the meaning will not get affected. Grammatically, the sentence will not become unstable. So that is one of the rare features of the articles. So that is one thing we need to understand in the beginning. And one more thing I need to tell you. What exactly is the rule that is governing the application of an? So in this regard, even well-educated people also, they get confused. So first and foremost, let us understand articles are divided into two varieties. The first variety is definite article and the second variety is indefinite articles. So the, or the, also it is pronounced the, or the, that is called as the definite article. Then a or an, they are considered as the indefinite article. So in this video, today we are going to focus more on the application of an, when an should be used. So that is one thing we are going to focus today. And if the time permits, we will be taking care of the definite article, the or the also. So first of all, let me tell you, for example, you see, I am showing you a pen. I tell you, this is a pen. This is a pen. So in this sentence, in the place of a, you can try to put one. Then the meaning is the same. This is one pen. So roughly, what does it mean? A or an, it means one. He is a singer, means he is one singer. It's a chair, it is one chair. It's an apple, it means it is one apple. So this is how we can understand a or an, it means one. Now you can get in your mind number of examples. So it's a chair, it's a book, it's a bus, it's a car, it's a train, whatever. So a or an, it means one. So that is a primary thing we need to understand. So a or an are called as indefinite article. The is called as the definite article. Now, indefinite article, the rough meaning, as I told you already, it means one. It's a pen. It is one pen. He is a singer. He is one singer. She is a lecturer. It means she is one lecturer. So this is a main feature we need to first be clear. Now, indefinite article a or an can be used with a few restrictions. So first let us understand what are those few restrictions. An indefinite article means a or an. So both of them have got the same meaning. A or an means one. It's an apple means it is one apple. He is a doctor means he is one doctor. Now there are some special rules now which let us understand, special restrictions. An indefinite article can be used before singular countable nouns. So now here we come across a new word, countable nouns. So in this regard, if you approach a traditional, conventional English teacher, he may give so many rules. So they are all good, in fact, but sometimes we may get confused. Let me make it very simple. So now one pen. Now what is the plural form of pens? Pens. By just simply putting yes, it becomes plural. Car, cars. Bus, buses. Train, trains. Chair, chairs. Like that. So if any noun or any object which can be which can be measured in plural forms, that kind of noun is known as the countable nouns. So one of such countable nouns singular such noun before you are using. For example, there is a chair. So why are we using a here? Because it is a countable noun and it is only one piece is there. That is the reason we are mentioning a. So that is one of the rules. And we should not use a or an before the uncountable nouns. So here is the one more terminology, uncountable nouns. So A is used as singular noun starting with the consonant sound. This discussion we will do a little bit later. So consonant sounds and vowel sounds. Now let me give you the clarity about the uncountable nouns. So what are the uncountable nouns? So as I told you, a pen can be converted into plural form. But there are nouns which cannot be converted into plural forms. Like what? Knowledge. He has knowledge, we can say. But we cannot say he has a knowledge. Why? Because knowledge we never come across in the plural forms. Knowledge, knowledges. Can we do it? No. In the same way, water, singular noun. Singular or plural? It is neither singular nor plural. It's an uncountable noun. Water, waters, we cannot say. So like that. So if you go through traditional, conventional grammar books, you will get a deeper knowledge. But I am giving you the knowledge which you can really get connected with. Readily you can get connected with. So for example, water, if you have to get it converted into countable forms, you have to take it into some measurable items. A cup of water, 2 cups of water, 3 cups of water. So whenever you convert it into countable forms, then only you have to use a before such singular countable noun. It's a cup of water. It's a cup of tea. It's a cup of coffee. Like that. So whenever you need to use article, you need to ensure the following noun is a countable singular noun. And it's obvious we should not use the a or an before the plural forms. So for example, he is a singer. He is a singer. He is singers. They are singers. That's it. They are a singers, we cannot say. Because some people in a flow, everywhere they keep on using a or an. So in this regard, very clear instruction I give you. Before the singular countable nouns only, we need to use a or an. That is the first rule. Now, let us come further. So, about the vowel sounds and the consonant sounds. A is used before a singular noun starting with a consonant sound. Then an is used before a singular noun starting with vowel sound. So, this is a very, very important aspect now I am telling you. So, wherever you go and ask the people, when should we use an? Oh, very simple, sir. What is there? So whenever a countable noun, whenever a noun rather, is starting with a vowel, we have to use an before that. So this is the answer so many people give. Yesterday I interacted with a very knowledgeable person, and that person also said he's in a good position. He said that, sir, whenever a word noun starts with a vowel sound, he said, vowel sound, we have to put good. Now, next thing I asked, what are the vowel sounds? Then again he said, A, E, I, O, U are the vowel sounds. No. So let me tell you, forget today onwards, forget A, E, I, O, U rule. There is no such rule at all. And how it might have entered into the minds, I tell you. What is the actual rule? Whenever a word, whenever a noun starts with a vowel sound, before that you have to put an. Great. Now, vowel word only we are taking and we are considering as A, E, I, O, U. No, forget it. So, vowel sound is what we have to consider. Then what are the vowel sounds? Now again, confusion. So, vowel sounds, what are they? So, people get confused. So, in this regard, my dear friends, I tell you, there are two ways to look at it. So, one way is, since we are all Indians, we need to feel proud. We are all Indians, and our Indian linguists or rishis they have so profound knowledge. They have segregated all the vowel sounds separately and they taught us. What are the vowel sounds? A, A, E, E, U, U, A, I, O, Ow. So they are the vowel sounds. Very simple. These are the things we learned right from the childhood in our country, India. So A, E, U, A, I, O. They are the vowel sounds. So for example, RTC driver. He is a or an. Well, which one we have to use? He is dash RTC driver. Now just look at the RTC driver. What is the first sound? First alphabet is R, but we have nothing to do with alphabet. We have to consider the vowel sound. We have to consider the sounds. Ah, first sound. Ah, R, T, C, bus. Ah. So it is starting with ah. So we need to use an. He is an RTC driver. MLA, for example. Now alphabet is M, but as per your AEIOU rule, before the RTC bus, you feel like putting A. MLA, as per the conventional AEIOU rule, you feel like putting A again here also. He is a RTC driver, wrong. He is a MLA, wrong. MLA, what is the first sound? A. A. So A is the first sound. He is an MLA. Why this A is coming where? It is coming in between A, E, U, A, I, O. A is there. So that's the reason he is an MLA. So this is how we need to understand. So this is one way to look at it. So because I get students not only from India, I get students from other countries with other native language backgrounds also. People from Eritrea, Djibouti, Nigeria, Nicaragua, and various other countries, Sudan and other countries there. For them, I inquired in fact. So, but in Arabic language, they do not have this particular segregation of vowel sounds, E kind of thing. Then how can I teach them? For them, there is another way to look at it. Now just observe these vowel sounds. Ah, like that. So when you are saying these sounds, speech organs are not touching with each other. Lips, teeth, tongue, or the palate. So they are not coming in contact. Whereas you try to say the consonant sounds, ka, observe ka. Your tongue is touching the upper part of the mouth. Ka. Without touching, you cannot produce ka. It becomes a only. Ka means the tongue is touching. Observe, say that. Ka. Pa. Lips are touching. Cha. The tongue is coming and touching upper teeth, behind the upper teeth. Cha. Ta. Teeth are pressing your tongue. Ta. So ka, ga. Pa, ba. Ya. Teeth is getting touched. So like that, consonant sounds are those where, now you tell me, Ishwar, A university or an university. Now you tell, forget about AEIOU role. Now I supply you this knowledge. Ya. Now say ya sound, ya. So your tongue is touching or not? The wind is flowing freely or the tongue is touching? Ishwar, you have to put the message. So a university or an university. Now we got the instant Gyan now. We got the instant knowledge. But I am very happy. People are analyzing. People started thinking. So university, in this actually the first sound is vowel sound. Is it vowel sound? No, it's a consonant sound. Ya sound. When you are uttering ya sound, your tongue is touching. So it's not a vowel sound. So now you have to use A. He is a university professor. It's a university. In the same way, umpire, let us take. Umpire. What is the first sound in umpire? Ah. So that's the reason he is an umpire. He is an umpire. So it is not because of the presence of alphabet U. So we have nothing to do with alphabet. We should focus only on the sound. This is not a shortcut method I am telling. This is the actual rule. All these days we misunderstood it. We wrongly, because some students are Manoj Kumar, yeah, umbrella or an umbrella. You tell me. I would highly appreciate if you give me the answer. Umbrella, what is the first sound? Ah, umbrella. First sound is ah. Now you tell me, should we put a or an? Fantastic. Redmi Note 11, an umbrella. Not because of the presence of you. It is because of the sound. So today onwards, forget alphabet. Forget the alphabet. Of course, forget the alphabet means do not forget them. So whenever you are applying this rule A or an, whenever you need to apply the rule of A or an, so this A, E, I, O, U, vowels, so that rule you forget. That's what I'm trying to say. Now let me show you a further slide. So for countable nouns, plural, you cannot use. Uncountable nouns, so right. Now vowel sounds. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Forget them hereafter, as I told you already. Now here are the vowel sounds in all the languages, all the possible languages I gave you. All the possible Indian languages. So Telugu, Hindi, Marathi, Sanskrit, Tamil, Kannada, I should say, and Malayalam. So these are the languages I have seen. If you wish, you can take a screenshot of it also. So whenever a word starts with any of these sounds, hereafter, you need to use you need to use and before that. Now, here are some of the examples. An MNC employee, an MP, an MLA, an SP, an SI, a university professor. You see, a university professor. An umpire, an HMT employee. Now this H, alphabet H, most of the people, they pronounce it wrongly, especially in Karnataka and in Telugu states. Alphabet H is pronounced as H, wrong. It is not H, it is H, H, A. If a kid makes noise, the parents shout, hey, like that. That is the way it should be pronounced. H, HMT. Now tell me, HMT employee, A or an? A, it is starting. So, an HMT employee. So that is the way it should be understood. An HMT employee. An honest man, because here the first sound is A. H is silent over here. An honest man. An honorable gentleman. A European. So even though E is there, but don't consider alphabet. A while ago I told. A European. A union office. Ya sound is coming. A union office. An umbrella. An FCI worker. Food Corporation of India. For example, MNC, first one. An MNC employee. But if you expand it in the full form, a multinational company employee, it should be. Because ma, first sound is coming as ma. So a multinational company employee, an MNC employee. In the same way, the last one, an FCI worker, a Food Corporation of India worker. So because it pains me, so many English lecturers, while giving shortcuts for the people to prepare for the competitive examinations, they tell some shortcuts. So whenever you come across this kind of acronyms like MNC or FCA, blindly put an. This is the kind of rule they tell. So why should we resort to shortcuts? Why should we resort to shortcuts when we have got Gyan? When we are clear, then we need not feel uncomfortable or discomfort. Do not worry. This is the first episode related to articles. So let me give series of episodes so that I will be quizzing you. I'll be asking you more and more questions also. And this based on that, we'll be continuing our journey. So do not worry. And